Welcome back in new video. In this video, we're going to be talking about another machine in Cyberseclabs. The machine name is Unattended, and the operating system is Windows. And as you can see here, we have the machine powered on. So let's get started. So in this machine, the main stuff that we're going to be doing is with privilege escalation through taking advantage of a security misconfiguration, let me say a security misconfiguration in XML files. So as you can see here, the machine name is Unattended and the machine operating system is Windows. So if you know a bit about Windows, there's a feature in Windows called the Unattended Emulation, where you install Windows or features of Windows or software without your intervention. So basically, it's auto installation, right? So basically, there is a file called unattended.xml in every Windows system. If this file is misconfigured or is configured to store the credentials of the system user or one of the users, then we can take advantage of that, right? So let's, as you can see here, I start with the Nmap scan, and we have HTTP on port 80, we have SMB 135, 139, 445, DP, and that's it. So these are the open ports, and the first thing we are gonna start enumerating is the port HTTP, since it's the only port that we can enumerate to save time. So basically, let's go to Firefox and open the browser. Let me take the IP of the box. So we take the IP. Over here. So when we open the page, we have some kind of, as I can see, forum. Right? So we have user login, folder, search, select. And the first thing, guys, is to know the name of the application or the web application. So if we need to find that in order to find an exploit. So we click on home. All right, click on login. All right, count that. So here the login didn't work. Home, there is nothing. Search, select. Server information, here we have some info about the server. So if you click on that, we go to our page of Writeup HTTP file server. That's great. So we know the name of the web application. But first, as well, we need to know the version. Let's go back. So it appears that the version is not mentioned here. So we need to search for a possible exploit, right? But we don't know the version. That's the problem. Let me click on view page source. Search for a footprint. All right, let's go back. And now we're gonna, the next step comes after you find the name of the web application and the version. In this case, we haven't found the version. That's okay. Let's find if there's a possible exploit for the web application itself, right? Let's collapse that. And let's keep the Nmap scan here. We're gonna need that. And for this purpose, we're gonna split the terminal vertically, right? Okay, so now nmap, sudo search exploit -w, and the name of the app was Writeup, something like that. Let's hope it's correct. Writeup. Currently rolling. Password correct. Let's try again. Okay. So we have a couple of exploits, but I can't see the description. So For that purpose, I'm gonna take that, do some collapse here. I don't need, and split the terminal horizontally and paste the split. Okay, Kelly rolling my password. Kelly rolling. Okay, so here we have something like remote, and the rest of the exploits there is no explanation. Do like that. Oh, no explanation, right, whatsoever. Okay, let's see this exploit, guys. Copy and go to browser, paste. So here we have the exploit, and it is available in Metasploit, but we need to get used to using the exploits without Metasploit. So there are many scenarios where you encounter a case with a client, a case of a client that there is no use of Metasploit, or you're given a system, you need to use that system to be in compliance with some regulatory standard in the country. For example, you have a client from Slovakia, and they do not allow using Metasploit for some reason on their testing machines, right? So we need to be prepared for these scenarios, right? Okay, so here's the manual exploit. Here the description saying Writeup HTTP file server is vulnerable to remote execution attack due to a poor regex in the file parser libpass. Okay, I'm sure I got this. This module exploits the HFS scripting commands to bypass the filtering. This module has been tested successfully on HFS 2.3b. Okay, let's go down. I'm not proficient in Ruby, so I'm gonna look for stuff that we need to change or should be changed. So here we have the target URI path. So it seems that we need to provide some input to that exploit. Let's go up. All right. So here the target URI. Where do we define these? I haven't found a way. Yeah, these variables like the target URL is defined within Metasploit. So we define that when you are logged in or open the MSF console. Okay. In this case, we're going to use Metasploit, guys. The client, there is no escape. They need to use Metasploit in this case if you encounter this. I'm not sure, maybe I'm not seeing where I need to modify the variable, or this is designed to work only with Metasploit. Okay, let's find something else. So 1.5, 1.2, let me see this. Go back, enter. Writeup HTTP file server remote command execution. So that's also supposed to work. So here seems like proof of concept exploit. So here, what to do, guys? Maybe we need to use some kind of proxy. So the latest HTTP file server was found vulnerable to a remote command execution in the file comment features because the app didn't properly validate UTF-8 byte representation. In fact, during parsing, program won't notice that there are multiple invalid representation, and when they are printed out in the page, will get replaced with one of these characters, causing macro to be executed. the payload in the upload. So here we're going to replace, we need to proxy server like suite, upload mode section, and ID ajax.comment, text equal. Okay, copy the following on a file called bug utf8, then open HFS and add a folder called upload. Let's go back. We need to be logged in. My baby friend. All right. But we don't have the login credentials. Or let me go back to terminal. Terminal here is, let's go back. So here, admin didn't work, admin password didn't work. Let's find the back. Register default login. Maybe there are some login credentials we don't know about. So let's find if there is default login for this web application. First time configuration, admin password. Oh, well, we have tried that. Let me click on that page, see what do they have here. Scan the IP, what's that? Explore the web page and web server. So here, admin password, root, and admin file server. Let me try these. Admin file server didn't work. Add root password, that also didn't work. Admin password, let me try this again, maybe root, then we have root, admin password. Okay, so we can launch Hydra to perform brute force attack against the HTTP authentication, but that's gonna take time, and time is it's gonna be either your friend or your enemy during a test. So don't get yourself accustomed to the long path in doing penetration test. So when you're encountered in this situation, the best course of action is to resort to Metasploit. You don't want to waste your time doing brute force just for the sake only of using manual exploit. I mean, we are not using manual exploits just to worship manual exploit, because it's a practical stuff to use manual exploitation or even to develop an exploit. Metasploit is the last thing you want to work with when you want to learn, right? But when you do a penetration test, it's okay to use Metasploit, save your time. But we are doing that for learning purposes. That's why I am trying to use manual exploitation. So right now we don't have, I'm very sorry, man, we don't have the login username and password. So I cannot open a folder like what is required in the exploit here. So I'm gonna go back to the terminal and find something else. So let's see this guy. Copy, and here. So this is another remote command execution. Let's go down. This is in Python. All right. So let's read the description. You can use HFS to send and receive files. It's different from classic file sharing because it uses web technology to be more compatible with today's internet. It also differs from classic web servers because it is very easy to use and runs right out of the box. Access your remote files over the network. It has been successfully tested with Wine Linux. So Python exploit, target IP, target port. That's going to work. You need to be using a web server hosting netcut. Okay, you may need to run it with multiple times for success. Thank you. So here we can see the IP needs to be changed and the port. And that is something VPS, user VPS script, IP address, save VPS. So here it it's creating some Visual Basic script to launch. Don't forget to change the local IP address and port number on the script. Okay, so let's try that. Download. Okay, go back, and here launch a new vertical one. Okay, cd home. All right, ls, and let's remove. Okay, I'm not going to remove anything. Sudo nano 39 Kelly rolling. Okay, let's modify the exploit. Go down here, the IP. Ah, all right. So here we put the IP. The IP address was. Let's get the IP. Oh, I have been logged out. Let me begin from nmap. My dear buddy. Take that. And here we're gonna paste the local port. It is 80, right? So here it is 80. Sudo permissions 3, and now Python 339 run. So something went wrong. Python exploit target IP target port. Don't forget to change the local IP address. Ah, we got something wrong here. So basically, we have changed the wrong variables. Let's go back. These variables will be the IP address and local port. It's going to be my IP and the listening port. I got this wrong. 024, and I'm going to use 4545. Yep. Let me know listener now. nc dash rlwrap dash dash n lcd. Oh my god. Okay. 4545. What? No such file. rlwrap. Ah, nc. Okay. Okay. On the left, let's run the exploit now. And here we do provide the IP of the target. Let's go up, grab. I know, I for one, and here 80. So again, okay, we changed that. Missing parentheses in call to print. Ah, this is Python 2. Run Python 2. All right, let's find out if we get reverse shell. Let me make sure the machine is not, or have not been reset. Oh, let me re-establish the connection. Run again. All right, so the exploit has been finished, and we should get reverse shell now, but there is nothing returned to us. As per the exploit, let's go back. We need to run it multiple times, as I remember. So here, let's go back. Is it the same exploit that need to be run multiple times? Yeah, we need to be using web server. We may need to run it multiple times for success. Thank you. Run again. Okay, again. No luck. Oh, this is so sad. No, the machine is working. There is nothing wrong with my connection. All right, how about now? I'm gonna run this for the last 3 times. 1. Look, the connection is being reset here. Okay, that's not countable. Run for the first one. No reverse. Second one. Third try. Oops, nothing. So it's, we need to try it multiple times to get that to work as per the exploit developers. So the exploit is kind of not reliable, needs to be run multiple times, and depending on the environment, you may get the connection back or not. What was that? Something went wrong. Uses it. Okay. Again. Do not forget. That is a clear indication about the quality of the exploit. All right, where is my connection? Okay, I'm not gonna stay till I'm not gonna stay up all the way till morning for this to work. Now, we can try more exploits, guys. So you see how the manual exploitation work, right? Now let's go to Metasploit, which is our last resort to perform our exploitation. So myself, cancel. Oh dear, my friend, Metasploit. I don't know what I'm gonna do without you. All right. Search. Oh, not here. Here. Search. Type. Exploit. And name. Regito. If I'm correct. Oh, only one. All right. What's the date? 11/9/2014. Let me go back. Maybe it's the same exploit, guys. What's the date of that? 2014. 9/10. Is it the date? No. This is 9/11. This is different exploit. Oh, yes, different exploit. We have seen this before. Oh my god, I'm being so dumb. Okay. So here, show options. Let's make this here. I don't like this. Okay, so for Nmap, I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna collapse that. Go back. All right. So here we have options. I guess we're gonna need to define. Oh, what was that? Option console logging, log level. All right. It's right exploit for us. I'm looking for the target URL because I need to provide the target URL for the exploitation to work. But there is none here. There is none. Oh, I forgot to use. Oh my god. So let me copy that. Imagine someone using the exploit without pointing to it. So use, paste. Now we show options. Oh my god, what kind of rudimentary errors. All right, so what do we have here? We have the R hosts. Let's set the R hosts, or actually not the R hosts, right? No, the R hosts. Actually, here's the R host. Yeah. Set R hosts, the IP of the box, which is this one. Copy. Go back. Paste. Of course, not that. Now the target URL. So, okay. Set lhost 10.10.024. Set target URI. Okay, the target URL doesn't need to be defined since it is the IP of the what was this? The IP of the box. So we have set here the lhost, and now let me cancel the listener down here. Again with Metasploit collapse. All right. So what do we have else? What else left? Our host, our port, server host. All right. Everything else is right. Run. All right. Everything looks fine. Sending stage. Metapreter session opened. How amazing it looks when I received the Metapreter session when opened. My baby. All right. What was that? Try to delete temp. What do you mean? Okay. So here shell. Drop to shell. All right. So if you remember what we said in the beginning of the video, the name of the machine is unattended. And I'm going to show you guys the privilege escalation vector of this machine. So if you go to Google and type unattend XML Windows, you see there is a file called unattend in Windows, and this file name matches the machine name, right? So this is kind of hint that you need to exploit this XML file, right? So this is our privilege escalation vector here. So we can type unattend XML exploit Windows. So you see we have many results that talks about this. So we can find stored credentials and the file path. See Windows Panther unattend, or it could be unattend XML. So we need to find it. All right, let's find it. Panther unattend. So we do have the file actually here. We can try to find the content of the file type unattend.xml. So when we list the content of the file, we can see the credentials leak here. So in the file, as you can see, administrator password is this one, which is the value of the admin password. So we have now the, oh my God, the password of the admin username. And now, right now, we can log in to the Windows system as system, right? We have the credentials leak, right, in the XML file, which is something totally not right. Totally right. But that's the privilege escalation vector of this machine, guys. And actually, the name of the machine is self-explanatory. It's telling you that if you know about Windows, of course, you're going to see that you know where to search, right? So our next step now is to log in to the machine, right? But how do we do that? If you remember, we have ports for SMB, the port number open for the SMB server, so we can log in with psexec right away to the testing machine or the Windows. So here, let's split the terminal horizontal, and over here we type. We need to find the which. Let's make it not which. Locate is exact. So we have a couple of files. The one we need actually it is in user share actually. So we have two. We have set. We have doc. Actually, it's not fast track. It is here Python 3 in packet. So here we're gonna execute that Python. But let's first take a look at the Python file. You see if it's Python 2 or 3. Nano. Let's find out. So it is Python 3. Yeah. So this is Python 3. All right. So Python 3, and we define the directory here. And the next step is we define the username, which is administrator. The password. Let's grab the password. Awesome feeling, right? You find the password of someone else. Grab it. And then we're going to put at, define the IP of the, it's going to be 172. What was the IP? Let me grab it from the, so the IP is this one. And let's hope the best. Okay, before I enter, my connection has disconnected. So here I'm going to open again. All right, let's see. Requesting shares, found writable share, uploading file, opening service manager, creating service, starting service, press help for, and we are in. Okay, so now who am I /brev. We don't have who am I. What was that? Okay, who am I only. But actually from the prompt, as you can see, when you open command prompt as administrator, first path that is displayed on the command line is Windows System 32 if you are admin. So definitely we got admin access or system access to the box. So it's not responding. Okay, so that's it for the lab. I hope you found this helpful in your Windows privilege escalation learning journey. You see, we have every time we have some lab that, it's about concept in Windows privilege escalation, right? So sometimes we export the registry key, sometimes the privilege escalation factor is in the services, sometimes in the registry. Now it is in an XML, misconfigured as XML file, of course. And finally, we got the prompt or the display out from the prompt. Okay, so that is for now, and see you in the next video.